Hello there, and welcome back to the quiet side of the universe. I'm glad you found your way here tonight. For the next little while, you don't have to solve anything, fix anything, or keep up with anyone. You're allowed to just be, breathing slowly, listening gently, while the cosmos unfolds around you like a soft, starlit blanket. If you'd like, you can close your eyes for a moment and imagine you're drifting far above the earth. The noise of the day is fading behind you now. Messages, worries, unfinished tasks, all growing smaller and softer, like city lights disappearing under a layer of clouds. Out here, everything moves at impossible speeds, yet somehow it feels perfectly still. Around you, there is a vast ocean of darkness, but it isn't empty. It's filled with quiet marvels, newborn stars still wrapped in cosmic dust, ancient galaxies slowly turning like distant, glowing clocks, and invisible threads of gravity weaving everything together in a pattern so delicate you can only feel it, not see it. Take a slow breath in and out. With every exhale, imagine your thoughts floating a little farther away, like tiny satellites slipping into calm, steady orbits. Your body grows heavier, more relaxed, while your mind becomes lighter, gently carried along by the rhythm of the universe itself. Tonight, we're going to wander through some of the most relaxing facts about the cosmos, not as scientists rushing to understand, but as quiet travelers simply passing through. We'll visit the soft afterglow of the Big Bang that still hums through every corner of space, glide along the invisible web of dark matter holding galaxies in place, and listen to the faint echo of ancient light that has been traveling toward us for almost 14 billion years. Some of these ideas might stretch your imagination. Others might feel strangely comforting, like realizing that the stars you see above you and the atoms in your own body share the same distant origin. You are not separate from this universe you're about to explore. You are made of it. You are a small, warm fragment of something vast and gentle, resting inside its quiet heartbeat. If these peaceful journeys through space help you relax, unwind, or drift into sleep, you're always welcome to return here to this same calm, cosmic shoreline. But for now, there is nothing you need to do. You can simply lie back, listen, and let the universe become your lullaby. So, when you're ready, let your eyes grow heavy, let your breathing slow, and let's begin our soft, unhurried journey through the cosmos. Chapter 1: The Gentle Scale of the Universe. There is a certain softness that comes over you when you look up at the night sky. A stillness, a quiet recognition that the universe is far larger, older, and calmer than anything your day could ever hold. Tonight, we begin here, at the gentle surface of everything. Imagine yourself lying somewhere completely silent. No cars, no screens, no voices, just the cool air meeting your breath and the sky stretching above you like an endless river of ink. The first thing you notice is how many stars there are. Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands shimmering like tiny lanterns floating across a vast, dark ocean. But the truth is far more astonishing, far more humbling than your eyes can grasp. Scientists estimate that there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. If you stood on a shoreline and let sand trickle through your fingers, if you watched each grain catch the sun for just a moment before falling away, you would still not come close to imagining the number of stars that fill the cosmos. Every star a sun, every sun a furnace of light, Every furnace, perhaps surrounded by worlds we will never see. Take a slow breath, let it settle into your chest, and feel the way this thought gently expands inside you. The universe is huge, impossibly, beautifully huge, but somehow that vastness feels soft, not frightening. It wraps around you like a blanket, reminding you that your worries, urgent as they may feel, are actually very small compared to the calmness of the cosmos. Above your head, those stars are spaced incredibly far apart. The nearest star beyond our sun is more than 4 light years away, meaning its light takes over 4 years just to reach us. Yet when you lie beneath them, everything seems so close, as if the entire sky is leaning toward you, whispering old stories in a language older than Earth. On the grandest scales, the universe looks astonishingly smooth. No matter where you look, left, right, up, down, the cosmic landscape appears the same. Galaxies spread out evenly. Matter arranges itself like mist drifting across an endless plain. This uniformity isn't cold or empty, it's peaceful. It's the universe taking a long, slow breath, and you breathing with it. The space between stars, the silence between galaxies, it all creates a sense of deep quiet, a quiet so ancient and so wide that your thoughts begin to soften. The universe does not rush, it does not panic. It expands gently, almost lazily, unfolding its secrets at a pace slower than sleep. As you picture yourself floating here in this vast cosmic calm, imagine the stars as distant campfires burning softly across a desert night. Your body grows heavier with each breath. Your mind grows lighter, drifting upward like a small leaf lifted by a warm breeze. You are part of this great balance, not separate, not lost. Just one tiny spark among countless others, but a spark nonetheless. Warm, alive, held gently in the universe's quiet hand. And as we move onward tonight, remember this scale not to make you feel small, but to remind you that the cosmos has room for everything, including you, your breath, your silence, your rest. The universe is enormous, and yet somehow it feels just right. Chapter 2: The Expanding Universe and the Birth of Space and Time. If Chapter 1 let you drift across the surface of the universe, Chapter 2 lets you fall deeper into its heartbeat, its motion, its first breath. Take another slow inhale and picture the universe not as a still canvas, but as something alive, a fabric that stretches, flexes, and grows with every passing second. The galaxies you imagined earlier, the spirals, the ovals, the clouds of stars drifting like luminous smoke, they are not simply floating through space. They are being carried by the expansion of space itself. Imagine tiny dots on the surface of a balloon. As the balloon inflates, the dots move apart, not because they're traveling across the balloon, but because the surface beneath them is stretching. The universe works the same way. Galaxies drift away from each other not because of their own motion, but because the very fabric of space is expanding quietly, steadily, endlessly. This gentle stretching began long ago, before stars, before galaxies, before even atoms. It began in a moment we call the Big Bang, though that name can be misleading. It wasn't an explosion in space. There was no empty room waiting to be filled. Instead, it was the birth of space itself, the moment time began its slow, graceful march forward. Before that, there was no before, no space to move through, no seconds to count, just a dense, hot, silent potential waiting to unfold. Then suddenly space appeared, time appeared, and the universe began expanding, not outward into anything, but expanding from itself, the same way a flame grows from a single spark. If you let your mind loosen just a little, you can imagine this moment not as chaos, but as a kind of awakening, a stretching, a warming, a blossoming, the first breath of everything, and that breath has never stopped. Even now, the universe continues to expand, not loudly, not violently, but with a softness you can almost feel in your own breathing. Galaxies drift farther apart. Light stretches into redder and redder wavelengths, like a sigh drawn out across billions of years. If you were floating in deep space, far from any star, you might look around and notice something surprising. The farther a galaxy is from you, the faster it seems to be moving away. This is not because you are special. Every point in space sees the same effect. It's simply how expansion works. A universal drifting, a cosmic exhale. This expansion shapes the ultimate fate of everything, the flow of time, the formation of galaxies, even the temperature of the night sky. It means the universe is not static, it is not frozen. It is a story still being written quietly, slowly, page by page. And in this moment, as you breathe gently and let your thoughts soften, you are living inside that story. You are made of atoms born in that first expansion. You are part of its rhythm, part of its unfolding. The universe is expanding, and with every breath you take, you expand with it. Chapter 3, The Ancient Glow That Still Surrounds Us, CMB. Now, let's drift into something older, older than stars, older than galaxies, older than any structure or shape you can see in the night sky. A glow, a whisper, a faint warmth left over from the very beginning of time. It is called the cosmic microwave background, the CMB, and it fills every corner of the universe, even the room you are sitting in now. It is the oldest light we have ever seen, a soft afterglow from when the universe was just a newborn, only about 380,000 years old. Imagine that. You are surrounded right now by light that has been traveling toward you for nearly 14 billion years. This light is incredibly faint, not bright like starlight, not sharp like sunlight, more like the lingering warmth of a candle after it has been blown out, gentle, uniform, almost sleepy. If you could see the universe in microwaves, the entire sky would glow with a smooth blanket of light, almost perfectly even. The same temperature in every direction, just 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. A cold so deep and quiet it almost feels like silence itself. But look closer, just a little closer, and you would find tiny variations. Minute ripples, small differences in temperature, only a few millionths of a degree. These ripples are extraordinary because they are the first fingerprints of structure in the universe. They are the seeds of everything that would one day become galaxies, clusters, cosmic filaments, and eventually you. Take a moment and imagine that ancient universe. There were no stars, no planets, just a glowing fog of hydrogen and helium, cooling slowly. As it cooled, light finally slipped free from matter, able to travel unbound through space. That light has been traveling ever since, passing through endless darkness, through cosmic webs, around galaxies, across trillions of miles, until now, until this very moment where it brushes your skin without you noticing. You are bathed in the oldest light in existence. Let that thought settle into you like warm tea. This ancient glow is more than just radiation. It is a message, a snapshot frozen in time, a baby picture of the universe. Scientists study it to learn how the cosmos grew, how tiny ripples collapsed into galaxies, how dark matter shaped everything, how the universe transformed from a glowing fog into the structured, star-filled realm you know today. But for you, here, right now, the meaning is gentler. It tells you that even in the vastness of time, even across billions of years, something as fragile as light can survive. It can travel, it can endure, just like you have. The CMB wraps around you like a quiet reminder that you are connected to the beginning of everything. Your body is made from the matter that cooled beneath that glow. Your atoms once drifted through that ancient fog. You are, in a very real way, a child of that first light. And as you breathe out, slowly and peacefully, imagine that ancient glow humming softly through the universe, steady, warm in its own cold way, a gentle whisper from the dawn of time. Chapter 4: Dark Matter, the silent skeleton of the universe. There is something deeply comforting about discovering that the universe is held together by something invisible, something quiet, something that never shines, never glows, never calls attention to itself, yet patiently keeps everything from drifting apart. This mysterious presence is called dark matter, and in many ways, it is the silent skeleton of the cosmos, the unseen structure that holds the stars, the galaxies, and the vast cosmic web in place. Take a slow breath, let your shoulders soften, and picture the universe for a moment with all its visible stars turned off. Every glowing sun, every swirling cloud of gas, every brilliant galaxy suddenly goes dark. What remains? Not emptiness, not chaos, but an invisible framework stretching across the universe like delicate threads of glass. These threads are made of dark matter. We cannot see it. We cannot touch it. It passes through you, through Earth, through galaxies without slowing. And yet, its gravity shapes everything. It holds galaxies together so their stars don't fly apart. It guides the formation of clusters and superclusters. It sculpts the giant filaments that link the cosmos into one enormous network. Imagine drifting along one of these filaments, a bridge of gravity stretching hundreds of millions of light years. On either side, galaxies hang like dewdrops on a spider's web. Between the threads are vast empty voids, enormous regions with almost no galaxies at all, silent expanses, cosmic deserts, places where you could travel for millions of years and never meet another star. Dark matter forms the boundary between fullness and emptiness. It is the quiet hand drawing the map of the universe. Even though it is invisible, dark matter reveals itself through the motion of stars. When astronomers look at galaxies, the stars spin around the center far too quickly, so quickly that the galaxy should rip itself apart. But it doesn't. Something hidden is holding it together, adding mass we cannot see. That something is dark matter. Let that thought settle gently into you. The universe is shaped not only by what is visible, but by what is unseen, by what is quiet, by what exists in the background. Much like the thoughts you never say out loud, the feelings no one sees, the invisible things that hold you together. In the vast cosmic web, dark matter acts like a gentle shepherd, guiding the formation of stars and galaxies. Without it, the universe would be scattered, loose, without structure, a vast cloud rather than an intricate tapestry. And so, as you relax deeper into your breath, imagine yourself suspended on one of these invisible filaments. There is no wind, no sound, only the slow pull of gravity, soft as a whispered lullaby, guiding you along the skeleton of the cosmos. The visible universe is just the surface. Dark matter is the quiet depth beneath it, just like you, more than what can be seen, shaped by soft forces that exist deep within. Chapter 5: Dark Energy and the Soft Acceleration of Everything. If dark matter holds the universe together, then dark energy gently pushes it apart. Let's return to that deep cosmic breath, the expansion that began with the birth of space and time. For a long while, scientists assumed this expansion must be slowing down. Gravity, after all, pulls things together. But then they discovered something unexpected, something quietly astonishing. The universe is expanding faster and faster, as if being nudged outward by an invisible hand. That invisible hand is dark energy. Take a slow inhale. Let it smooth your thoughts. Now imagine every galaxy in the universe as a small boat floating on a vast, dark ocean. At first, the boats drift apart steadily. Then, gently, unhurriedly, the drift speeds up, not violently, not suddenly, but with a soft, irresistible pull like the tide rolling out from shore. That accelerating tide is dark energy. We don't know what dark energy truly is. We cannot bottle it, touch it, or shine a light on it. But we can see its effect everywhere. Galaxies separating more quickly, space stretching faster with every passing moment. It is as if the universe is slowly, gradually relaxing into itself, unfurling like a long ribbon. Dark energy fills all of space. Everywhere you could ever imagine, every empty corner, every silent void is steeped in it. It doesn't push objects the way wind pushes leaves. Instead, it stretches space between them, like a whisper growing longer, like a breath drawn out across eternity. And just like the universe, you too experience forces that stretch you, shape you, change you in ways hard to see. Growth, time, experiences that move you gently forward even when you feel still. Scientists estimate that dark energy makes up about 70% of the entire universe. Most of the cosmos is this soft, mysterious force guiding everything apart. Not breaking, just opening. Not destroying, just widening. You are living inside that widening. Tonight, as your mind drifts toward rest, imagine galaxies as lanterns floating on ink-black water, each one glowing softly, drifting outward along currents you cannot see. Drifting, drifting, drifting. And you, somewhere on one of those lanterns, breathing quietly as the universe expands around you. This cosmic acceleration is not frightening. It is serene, a slow, patient unfolding. The universe is stretching gently, and you are stretching with it, softly, naturally, effortlessly. Chapter 6: The Architecture of Galaxies and Our Milky Way's Journey. Now let's drift closer, down from the scale of the entire universe to the graceful structure of galaxies, the cosmic cities of stars. Each galaxy is its own island of light, containing billions, even trillions of suns. They spin, they drift, they interact, all while riding the currents of dark matter and cosmic expansion. Our home, the Milky Way, is one such island. Take a slow breath in. Imagine yourself far above the galaxy, watching it turn. a vast spiral of stars swirling like glowing dust caught in a gentle whirlpool. Its arms stretch outward like soft ribbons, shimmering with young stars and ancient clouds of gas. The Milky Way rotates at more than 500,000 miles per hour, carrying our sun and all its planets along for the ride. Yet we feel nothing. No wind, no vibration, just the quiet stability of gravity. Once every 250 million years, the Sun completes a full orbit around the galaxy's center. That means during Earth's entire existence, all 4.5 billion years, the Sun has only completed about 18 galactic orbits, and you, in your lifetime, will travel a tiny, gentle arc of that orbit, a peaceful drift through one of the galaxy's spiral arms. Picture yourself sitting on a small balcony at the edge of the Milky Way. Below you, billions of stars shimmer like lanterns in a cosmic festival. Above you, the dark halo of the galaxy stretches outward, merging with intergalactic night. The Milky Way isn't alone. It is part of a vast gravitational flow, a river of galaxies drifting along invisible pathways carved by dark matter. These cosmic currents guide galaxies toward clusters, toward filaments, away from voids. Even now, the Milky Way is slowly moving toward the Andromeda Galaxy, drawn together by a mutual gravitational embrace. Not a collision in the way we imagine, but a slow dance, a choreography unfolding over billions of years. Galaxies are living structures. They eat, merge, grow, and change. They birth stars and lose stars. They breathe gas in and push gas out. They evolve slowly and gracefully. And through all of this, our tiny solar system, our little speck of warmth, drifts quietly along, carried by the galaxy's rotation like a small boat floating down a wide, peaceful river. Let this image settle softly inside your mind. You are on that boat. You are part of that drift. You are a passenger on one arm of a beautiful, swirling galaxy, moving through a universe that is older, gentler, and more connected than you can imagine. With each breath, you move with it. With each heartbeat, you travel a little farther on your galactic journey. You are floating through the cosmos, and the cosmos is floating through you. Chapter 7: Galaxy Collisions and the Slow Dance of the Cosmos. If you close your eyes for a moment and imagine two galaxies moving toward each other, you might picture something violent: stars crashing, planets shattering, a cosmic disaster erupting across space. But the reality is far different, far gentler, far more beautiful. Galaxies do collide, but they collide the way clouds drift into one another, softly, slowly, over hundreds of millions, even billions of years. Take a slow breath and imagine two tremendous spirals of light floating in the quiet dark. Each one contains billions of stars, drifting like delicate fireflies. From afar, they appear frozen, suspended in a cosmic ballet. But if you speed up time, millions of years slipping past like seconds, you see them move, drifting closer, turning toward each other, beginning a dance so slow you would need eternity to truly watch it unfold. When galaxies meet, their stars almost never collide. The space between stars is vast, so vast that they pass by each other like grains of dust floating on different currents of air. Instead, the true collision is between their gravity, two invisible tidal waves pulling and stretching, bending spiral arms, reshaping the flow of gas and dust. Imagine the Milky Way and Andromeda, two grand cosmic islands. gliding toward each other right now. Not quickly, not urgently, just steadily, silently, drawn together by a patient gravitational embrace. In about 4 billion years, they will finally merge, weaving their stars together like threads, forming a new tapestry. This merger will not be chaos, it will be choreography. As the galaxies pass through one another, their shapes distort. Long, elegant tidal tails stretch outward like fingers trailing through water. New waves of star formation ignite as clouds of gas compress and collapse, sparking newborn stars that burn hot and bright for a brief cosmic moment. If you drift close enough, you might see glowing clusters swirling together, streams of stars arcing across space, two galactic centers dancing closer and closer until they merge into one. At the very heart, two supermassive black holes spiral inward, circling each other for millions of years, before merging into a single, larger black hole, sending ripples, gravitational waves across the universe. Nothing in this dance is rushed, nothing is harsh. Everything happens in slow, graceful motion. Each step takes millions of years, each turn 1,000 lifetimes of stars, and one day our home galaxy will no longer be called the Milky Way. It will have transformed gently, patiently, into a new cosmic city, a remnant of a dance that lasted longer than all of human history combined. As you breathe slowly and let your thoughts loosen, imagine floating through this dance, carried on soft tides of gravity, watching stars drift past like lanterns on a black ocean. The universe moves in slow dances, and tonight you are drifting in one of them. Chapter 8: The First Stars and the Chemical Evolution of Everything. Now let's drift even farther back, beyond the Milky Way, beyond all familiar galaxies, back into a time before color existed, before light had shape, before the universe had stars. Imagine a dark ocean stretching in all directions. No constellations, no galaxies, just a silent sea of cooling hydrogen and helium, the first elements born from the Big Bang. For hundreds of millions of years, the universe was dark, a cosmic night unlike anything we know. Then slowly, imperceptibly, gravity began gathering matter into dense pockets, letting these clouds grow heavier, warmer, brighter, until finally, for the first time, a star ignited. The first stars, called Population 3 stars, were nothing like the gentle, long-lived sun we know today. They were enormous, monsters of light, burning millions of times brighter, tens or hundreds of times more massive. They lived fast, they died young, and in their death, they gave the universe something priceless. The first heavy elements. Before those stars, there was no carbon, no oxygen, no iron, no calcium, nothing to build worlds, nothing to form oceans, nothing to create life. But when the first stars exploded as supernovae, they filled space with new elements, tiny seeds of future worlds, scattered gently through the cosmic night. Imagine these elements drifting through space, cooling, collecting, forming new clouds of gas. In these clouds, the next generations of stars were born, stars with planets, stars with dust, stars capable of creating the chemistry of life. Every breath you take, every heartbeat inside your chest, every atom in your bones, comes from the ashes of these ancient giants. The calcium in your teeth, the iron in your blood, the carbon in your skin, all forged in stars that lived and died long before Earth existed. When you breathe slowly, you are breathing with matter that once glowed in the heart of a stellar furnace. When your heart beats, it beats with atoms that once drifted in the darkness between the first galaxies. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are its continuation, its expression, its soft echo, the chemical evolution of the universe. From simple hydrogen to the complexity of life is not a violent story. It is a slow enrichment, a gradual layering of ingredients, a cosmic recipe written across billions of years. And tonight, as your thoughts grow heavy and your body sinks deeper into rest, you are lying here wrapped in a universe that has spent billions of years learning how to make you. Chapter 9: Black Holes, Quasars, and Jets of Light. Now drift with me into the most mysterious regions of all, the places where gravity becomes so strong that not even light can escape. Black holes. Despite their dramatic reputation, they are surprisingly quiet, calm, still, like deep wells carved into the fabric of space-time. Imagine approaching one, not dangerously close, but just near enough to see the way light bends, the way space curves, the way the universe itself leans toward that invisible center. At the heart of most galaxies lies a supermassive black hole, millions or billions of times the mass of our Sunday. Not a monster, but an anchor, a gravitational heartbeat keeping the galaxy in balance. Sometimes, when a black hole is feeding on gas and dust, it forms a bright, swirling disk of superheated matter around it. This disk glows so intensely that it can outshine the entire galaxy around it. When this happens, the galaxy becomes what we call a quasar, one of the brightest beacons in the universe. Imagine that light, ancient, pure, streaming across billions of light years, just to reach your eyes in this moment. Now imagine something even more astonishing. From the poles of a feeding black hole, jets of charged particles can shoot outward at nearly the speed of light. These jets can stretch for millions of light years, cutting across the dark like cosmic lighthouses. Yet even here, in the presence of something so powerful, there is no sound, no roar, no violence you can hear, only silence. A silence so deep it feels like sleep. Black holes do not destroy galaxies, they shape them. Their jets heat gas, push matter outward, regulate star formation, and sculpt the galaxy like an artist brushing dust from a canvas. If you were to drift above a quasar, you would see a disk glowing like molten gold, and jets forming thin beams of blue-white fire, stretching outward into nothingness. If you drifted farther, you'd watch the galaxy rotate around this hidden center, stars gliding along graceful orbits, pulled gently by the black hole's mass. Every galaxy has a story. Every black hole writes part of it. And as you breathe slowly, imagine your thoughts being drawn inward, gently, softly, toward a quiet center within you, a center that feels calm, weightless, still, just like the deep heart of a galaxy. The universe is full of mysteries, full of shadows and lights, full of silence and motion, but none of it is frightening, none of it is rushed. Black holes, quasars, jets, they are all part of a slow, patient ballet, written in the language of gravity and time. And tonight, you are drifting along its edge, peaceful, weightless, held in the soft gravity of sleep. Chapter 10: Cosmic Rays, Aurora, and the Universe Touching Earth. As you rest a little deeper, let's drift from the vast galaxies back toward our small, gentle world, not to leave the cosmos behind, but to feel the ways it quietly brushes against Earth every moment. High above you, beyond the blue of the sky, beyond the calm flow of clouds, there is a constant rain of energy falling from space. Not a harsh rain, not a storm, but a soft, invisible drizzle of particles called cosmic rays. Imagine them as ancient travelers, tiny messengers born in the violent hearts of supernovae, in the swirling disks around black holes, and in distant galaxies you will never see. They have been flying through the universe for millions, even billions of years, before gently touching our atmosphere. When these cosmic rays reach Earth, they collide with atoms high above the ground, bursting into showers of new particles that cascade downward like glowing rain. Most of them never make it to the surface. They fade before reaching you, but some do softly, silently, passing through your body without you feeling a thing. You are touched by the universe every second, in ways you'll never notice, but that quietly remind you of your connection to the stars. Some scientists believe cosmic rays may play a role in the formation of clouds, that the atmosphere listens to these particles, responding with shifts in moisture and droplets. It's an idea still debated, but a beautiful thought nonetheless, that distant cosmic explosions might help shape the weather on Earth. And then there is the aurora, the northern and southern lights, perhaps the most enchanting evidence of the universe interacting with our world. Imagine standing beneath a dark polar sky. The air is crisp, the horizon is silent, and then, without warning, a curtain of green light begins to flicker in the distance. It slides upward, rippling like silk in a slow wind. Colors shift green to red, red to violet, weaving across the sky in soft waves. What you are seeing is the dance between cosmic particles, the solar wind, and Earth's magnetic field, a cosmic ballet written in electricity and light. Cosmic rays sometimes join this dance, adding their energy to the shimmering display. The atmosphere responds with color, painting the night with the softest glow imaginable. As you watch the aurora unfold, you feel something gentle, a sense that you are not separate from the universe, but embraced by it. Even right now, as you breathe, your body carries the elements of distant stars. Your cells hold atoms forged in ancient furnaces, and your skin is brushed by particles older than Earth itself. The universe is not out there, it is here too, touching you softly, quietly, every moment of your life. Let that thought sink into you. You are part of this cosmic glow. You are made of the same essence that lights the sky. You are a ripple in the same energy that moves through galaxies. As you rest deeper, imagine those cosmic rays drifting past, falling like gentle snow, carrying with them the stories of distant stars. And know that wherever you are, the universe is always reaching out, a quiet hand placed gently on your shoulder. Chapter 11: Measuring the Universe, Distance, Time, and the Cosmic Horizon. The universe is too vast to measure with ordinary tools, too wide for footsteps, too deep for maps, too old for clocks, and yet we've learned how to read it, softly, patiently, the way you might read the rings of a tree or the rhythm of your own breath. Begin by imagining a single beam of light, pure, steady, constant, traveling through space at 300,000 kilometers per second. In 1 second, it circles Earth 7 times. In 1 year, it travels nearly 10 trillion kilometers. We call this staggering distance a light year, not a measure of time, but a measure of space. A way of saying, this is how far light has wandered in 1 year. When you look at a star, you are seeing it not as it is now, but as it was when the light began its journey. You are looking into the past. Every star is a memory. Every galaxy a story told through time. To measure even farther, astronomers use the cosmic distance ladder, a series of methods that build on each other. First, nearby stars measured by parallax, then pulsating stars whose brightness reveals their distance, then supernovae that act as universal lanterns in the deep dark. Step by step, the ladder rises until it spans billions of light years. And then there is redshift, the stretching of light. As the universe expands, distant galaxies appear redder, not because their color has changed, but because space itself has stretched the light as it travels. This stretching is a quiet record of the universe's expansion, a cosmic diary written in color. But even with all these tools, there is a boundary we cannot cross, the cosmic horizon. Because the universe has a finite age, light from beyond a certain distance has not had enough time to reach us. Imagine standing in a vast foggy field. You can only see as far as the fog allows. Beyond that mystery, the cosmic horizon is like that. It marks the edge of the observable universe, not the actual universe. We suspect there is far more beyond it. Countless galaxies, structures too vast to imagine, but their light hasn't arrived yet. One day, some of it will. The horizon expands slowly as time passes. With every billion years, the cosmos reveals just a little more of itself. But because the universe is also expanding faster and faster, there are regions we will never see. Their light will never reach us. They are traveling away faster than light can close the gap between us. And that, in its own quiet way, is beautiful. It means the universe always holds mystery, always holds something just beyond reach, something waiting in silence. As you breathe softly, imagine standing at the edge of that cosmic horizon. Behind you all of cosmic history, ahead infinite possibility. You are a witness to the part of the universe that light has chosen to reveal so far. And tonight, that is more than enough. Chapter 12, you are part of the cosmos. We've drifted through galaxies, traveled across filaments of dark matter, glided past black holes and ancient light, and returned gently to Earth. Now, in this final chapter, let's rest in the quiet truth at the heart of everything. You are part of the universe, not separate, not accidental, not small, but connected deeply, beautifully, eternally. The atoms in your body were forged in stars long before Earth existed. The calcium in your bones was shaped in the hearts of dying giants. The iron in your blood was once part of a supernova, a brilliant end to a star's life. The carbon in your skin floated through space before becoming part of a world warm enough for life. You are made of stardust, and not poetically literally. Every inhale you take is filled with air shaped by cosmic history. Every heartbeat echoes the quiet rhythm of matter drawn together by gravity. Every thought passing through your mind, is powered by atoms older than the solar system itself. You are not simply living in the universe, you are the universe, expressing itself for a brief, luminous moment as you take a slow breath in. Feel the warmth in your chest. Feel the weight of your body resting gently where you are. Feel the life inside you, a life born from billions of years of cosmic evolution. Now imagine the cosmos continuing its great, slow movement all around you. Stars forming in distant nebulae, galaxies drifting through the dark matter weaving unseen pathways, ancient light traveling across unimaginable distances, cosmic rays brushing the earth like soft rain, all of it happening right now as you lie here, breathing quietly. The universe does not ask anything of you. It does not rush you. It does not judge or measure or compare. It simply holds you, the way gravity holds stars, the way galaxies hold their shape, the way space holds its secrets. Tonight, as your eyes grow heavy and your thoughts dissolve into softness, know this: you are a small, warm presence floating in a vast, gentle universe. You are a bright thread woven into the cosmic tapestry. You are the universe looking back at itself with wonder, curiosity, and calm. And as the stars continue their slow, ancient dance, you can let yourself rest. The cosmos is unfolding in silence, and you are safe within it. Sleep well, little stardust, and good night.